All right. Shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Kar Kadash. Double honors to the other apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, whoever you may be. Baba Kushai, just hopping straight into this. This is a personal story, something that I went through. And a lot of people would think it's simple, but it's actually very spiritual, you know? So nonetheless, most brothers know I'm a chef. So I did an off-site event. And, you know, when you work in these parties, you know, it's custom to go around to the other chefs' tables. You introduce yourself, talk the shit, talk culinary, and try each other's food. So my head chef, he brings me some beef over. I eat the beef. I didn't ask. I should have asked. I should have inquired. But I ate it. It was, it was good. So I said, yeah, what is it? It was veal. It was veal. Now, a lot of people think this is a light law. But if you're truly a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you're not really going to take the laws lightly, no matter how small and minute you may think they are. Because what the Yahweh Shai said, if you break the least of these commandments, it's as if you broke them all. So, as we know, let me tell you what veal is, right? Veal is the meat of calves in contrast to beef or older cattle. Veal can be produced from a calf of either sex or any breed. However, most veal comes from young males of dairy breeds. And you have your different types of veal. You have your veal that's 2 to 3 days old. You have your veal that's up to 24 weeks. You have your veal that's up to 26 weeks. All right. So, most veal is between 7 and 9 months. Nothing really goes over that, right? So, now the demons are battling me in my head, right? So let me read this law first, right? Let's get some understanding. All right, Deuteronomy 14 and 21. Ye should not eat anything that dieth of itself. Thou should give it to a stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou may sell it to an alien. For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Thou should not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. Now, seethe means to cook, right? So basically what the scripture is saying, you should not cook a kid, which when you go into that word kid, it goes into goat. All right, but this gets very spiritual. Thou should not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. So if a calf is still on his mother's milk, basically if he's under a year old, you shouldn't be eating it. All right, not because I'm gonna tell you, not because I don't want to. No, the Lord told me not to. I don't give a fuck what's the reasons behind it. The Lord said it. All right? So, at the end of this event, the chef, and I was cooking at, listen, there's 3 prominent historical hotels in Chicago. I worked for one of them, and I did my offsite at another one. All right? So the chef comes to me, oh, great job. You guys had the best dish out there. We did like a little turkey sandwich or something. And he said, hey, you want a bag of veal? So I'm already conflicted in the spirit. I didn't want to say no. I was like, I was just playing my part. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Now, veal is very fucking expensive. This bag, it was a sous vide bag. So sous vide means it's basically cooked in a bag with all the juices and herbs. So he gave me a big ass bag of veal. And this bag of veal had to be over $150, $200 worth. Like if you was to plate it up and sell it, right? So I grab it. So I'm just battling the demons like, damn, I can't eat veal. I shouldn't eat veal. Then demons are using righteous scriptures, but don't be over much righteous. I'm like, I'm just battling. Because, I really don't want to offend the Lord. I really don't want to fuck up. So now I'm looking at veal and I'm like, well, maybe veal could be more than a year. I'm battling. I'm fucking battling. It is really bugging me. So I get to work like at 8 p.m. I'm about to leave. Mind you, I've been up since 4 a.m. I started work at 6. I worked all the way to 8 p.m. I forget it. There. So I was that's the spirit. I forgot it. But I guess my chef found it and put it in the refrigerator for me. So now the demon comes back, like, yeah, take that veal, It's like it's a little law. Don't worry about it. You gotta eat. No, this is what the demon is telling me and shit. I'm like, damn, man, I want to take this shit home, eat it, cook it, shit like that. So, one thing in my mind is this. All right, let me. No, that's not it. Right. Sirach 18:27. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will be aware of offense, but a fool will not observe the time. All right. So, when you're really into the truth, that spirit of wisdom is always there. And the beginning of wisdom is what? The fear of the Lord. So a wise man is what? Going to fear in everything that he's doing, no matter how light it may seem to you at that point. So now, these demons are on me, battling. Now, mind you, this too. I happen to fast this day, So I believe the sun went down around like 4:19. So I'm hungry and shit and all that. And it was already a spiritual day for me because every time, I've been working for this place like 8 years. Every time I decide to fast at work, we always end up cooking some good ass shit. And I'm like, fuck, it never fails, but it's part of the battle. I know why the Lord's doing it, right? So nonetheless, I'm back at work. This is the day after, the day after. So I got this bag of veal in the refrigerator. I was like, damn, should I take it home? So I end up calling the brother. I end up calling the brother with Tazawanya. And I know the elder apostle Gabar had did a video on it, on why we shouldn't eat it, So, like the brother said, I just dropped it. At the end of the day, it ain't worth it. I don't want to offend the Lord. And that's how I feel. So I was like, yeah. Now the demon gave me the blue letter. I said, hey, look in the blue letter. I said, well, technically it says goat. So I was like, man, maybe I'll be cool. Like, a demons come with subtlety like a motherfucker. So the demon is like, it said it's a goat. You brothers can look up that word kid in Hebrew for yourselves. You dig into it for yourself. So he's like, damn, it do say goat, but he said there's something that's called the spirit of the law. All right. So there's certain laws that cover a couple of things only in one law, but you have to be spiritual to realize that, right? So when I looked at it, we thought about Passover, right? Because I believe you could use a goat or a lamb for Passover. And what's the golden rule for Passover? You got to have a he sheep or a he goat that's 1 year of age. Nothing below it, nothing under it. Because if it was under it, that means that cattle or whatever it may be will still be drinking his mother's milk. So I took it as any type of cattle, any type of livestock for that situation. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna deal with it like that. I ain't gonna fuck with it. Like, fuck it. It ain't worth it, right? So Benji hung up. Demon came back harder than fucking ever. It said, well, nigga, you eat chickens. I was like, damn, motherfucker, you right. It said, you eat eggs. They under a year. This is the demon being subtle as shit. And what's crazy, I was looking to my left when I heard all this shit. And the Lord, I don't know how this shit happened. He just spent me back to the right. This physically happened. And in my head, I visualized I had a spiritual sword and I just cut the fuck out the demon. Because you know what the spirit gave me in that split second? Chickens don't drink milk. It was one of the greatest cuts I ever heard. And it wasn't me. It was from the Lord defending me and protecting me. It was that wisdom that Yahweh Shem Shai guided me with. The demon fled away. The demon had to accept the cut. Like, damn, shit, damn. He fucking went away. I told Benji the whole story. He even said, God damn, that's a hell of a cut. Because Job quotes, there's no taste in the white of eggs, which means, you have to season your eggs, put some salt on it. So obviously we can eat eggs. Obviously we can eat chickens. But it's that point of demons, and this is my whole point of bringing this subject up. All right, you have your inner man battles against your outer man. It's the flesh versus the spirit. It's the flesh versus the spirit. My flesh wanted that fucking veal. And listen, this is a lawful meat we're talking about as far as beef. All right? But a lot of people they wouldn't consider it. They wouldn't, oh, it's a light. But check this out. Let me do it this way. Come on. See? Dumbass, flesh-ass fingers. This is not it. It goes something like wisdom meeting us in every thought. Yep. Wisdom of Solomon 6:16. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, and showeth herself favorably unto them in her ways, and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. And love is the keeping of her law. Listen, and love is the keeping of her laws, and giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. That's what it was all about. I said, damn, this is amazing how light of a matter it is, but at the same time, it's a big matter because wisdom, all right, is meeting us in every thought, all right? We're desiring the discipline, the care of love, the keeping of laws, because that's a law. I don't care how small anybody think that is. It's a law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. He said it, so do it. You know, I be feeling like shit. Hey, sometimes, you may pop a woman. You go to sleep sometimes in the bed and you're like, damn, man. I don't wash my, you like even shit like that, you'll feel like shit about, man. All right, that's truly the spirit you're supposed to be in. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, this ain't of my own accord. The water for a spirit like that. Keep a spirit like that upon me, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Take not the Holy Spirit away from me. Because once you lose the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, it's a fucking wrap. Straight up. All right? And then, like, another part of the story is how subtle demons work, man. I mean, this nigga came with the nigga said you eat eggs and chickens. I stepped back and said, damn. Like, damn, then my flesh wanted to say, you know what, you right, but the Lord just took me and spent me to my right and said, nah, wow, chickens don't drink milk. Man, hey, it was fucking amazing, man. It was fucking amazing, man. And given my my profession as what I do, I'm a chef. That shit was a hell of a battle for me. I'm like, shit, But hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, he brought me through and let me conquer that demon through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Man, that was heavy. And like I said, a lot of people wouldn't even think this is heavy. But it is. We're talking about the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So how lightly do you want to take those? So with that, and I pray this was edifying somewhat. This is a personal story that the Spirit told me to share. All right? So with that, I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai B'Shem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abad, Babal.